Dude, let's go.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode of Untamed Outdoorsmen. Today we are back for another episode of the native Watercraft Titan X 12.5 build series. I know I said we were pretty much done with the Titan X 12.5 build series, at least for the next year or so, but I lied. We have one more to do here. This is one that I wasn't planning on doing so soon. I was planning on doing this probably a year out, and with this first season, just kind of living with the setup we have now, but I actually decided that it was time to get this. So this is the native Watercraft sand tire conversion kit for the native landing gear. So this is something that you can buy. You can buy it as a complete kit, so you can get the sand complete kit. So it comes with the main part of the SideKick and then the two legs and then the two wheels. But I just got the conversion kit, which you pay a lot less for, but you just get the legs and you just get the balloon tires. So this is probably going to be a pretty good upgrade for us. We've been using the pneumatic tires since we bought the boat pretty much. And they've been fine for the most part. I haven't really had any major problems. I honestly think, in my opinion, I think the standard pneumatic tires are probably better than the no-float ones because of the tread and the air. The little bit of air that you get gives the boat some cushion. The big thing with the native landing gear is you don't want to overstress it. And I think having that bit of air in the tires gives it a little bit of cushion, in my opinion. But this is the SideKick sand tire conversion kit. So this is going to be an upgrade. And the reason we decided to upgrade was because one of the pneumatic tires, the actual tube inside of it blew. I never overinflated it or anything. I actually got a extra pneumatic tire, but I'm not going to make a video on that. It's just a normal, regular, native pneumatic tire. I'm not going to make a video on that, but I did get an extra one because my plan is I want to be able to alternate between the two types of tires. So I'm going to have this complete conversion kit and I'm going to have my old legs with the pneumatic tires on it. And I can swap them depending on the boat ramp or the ramp situation. So some ramps that we go to on the channel, they're all sand, and this will help with that. And then other ramps that are concrete or things like that, really easy boat ramps, I'll stick with the pneumatic tires. But this is going to be sort of my heavy-duty, tough boat ramp type of legs. And again, you really shouldn't put your SideKick in any overly difficult situations, as in like boulders or like really difficult scenarios like that. You really shouldn't put your SideKick in that to begin with. But in situations where we have sand and the old tires could sink into the sand and make it even more challenging, this will help out a lot. So let's get into it here. What we're going to do, and I'll show you, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of the old legs too. But all right, these things are jumbo. These things are big. Okay, so we have both tires here. Whoa. These are a little bit larger than I thought. These are big tires. Okay, so, oh, I see. Okay, so they're not longer, at least from the naked eye. So originally, in all the marketing for these sand tires and everything, the legs are advertised to be longer. I don't see a very noticeable difference. Again, we'll do a side-by-side of the old legs versus the new legs so you can compare them to potentially buy them for yourself. But from the naked eye, these don't seem that much longer. They're definitely longer here at the base here where you put the wheel on, which makes sense because these are a lot wider wheels. But from the naked eye, they don't look that much different aside from down here. And keep in mind, these are for the SideKick HD. So the new SideKicks have a much thicker steel on them to compensate for the heavier Titan X's. And these are the HD legs. So you're getting the thicker steel with these as well. And we got the other leg here as well. Same thing, just the opposite side. These are directional. So there's one that goes on the left, one that goes on the right. But you'll be able to see that when we're with the kayak. And then we just have some instructions and then the pins to hold the wheels in as well. So that box is good. Okay, so these are massive. A lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. I mean, they're sand tires, so they are designed to be a little bit bigger. All right, well, balloon wheels. They're called balloon wheels, technically. Okay, so they're not inflated, obviously. They're a little bit heavier. These are nice. These are sweet. Okay, so they need to be to 3 psi. We get two. So it says here the maximum outside diameter after inflation is 330 millimeters. Overinflating will damage the wheel. So just from natural inflating, it should be okay. We're gonna have to get an air compressor to fill these things up to 3 psi, but they're massive. They got to be like probably 6 inches across, so they're 6 inches wide. So let's compare it to the old pneumatic wheels because these things are massive. Okay, so we have the regular pneumatic wheel here that comes with your SideKick normally. So we have the balloon wheels here, and then, so yeah, that's significantly thicker. That's like probably triple the width. And again, it's a balloon tire, so it's supposed to be that way. Weight-wise, it's probably double the weight, ballpark, double the weight. But again, it is going to be a heavy duty wheel. I mean, without a doubt. All right, I'm going to get these all unpackaged here, and then we'll touch base again. And again, my plan is to alternate between the two types of landing gear. So alternating between the pneumatic and alternating between the balloon based on the ramp I'm on. It's going to be the big thing for me. And again, they're heavier for sure. You can tell that these are heavier. And then, so that's one. Also, guys, keep in mind, so the individual wheel payload is 121 pounds on these. The individual wheel payload on the regular pneumatic tires is 154. So just keep that in mind. There's a slight difference per wheel. Just keep that in mind. Okay. So they're on. I'm going to get the compressor and fill these guys up. But other than that, we're in good shape. They are heavy. Keep that in mind. They are heavier than the old landing gear. But yeah, let's take these out to the kayak now. All right, guys, so we got a couple of different tools here. So we have a air compressor, just any air compressor that they got. This is a Milwaukee one. We have this little cardboard thing that they gave you in the box. So when you inflate the tires, you don't want it to get bigger than this circle here. So that's the big thing for these. You don't want to overinflate sand tires. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these out of their legs. 1 second. So we're at 1.5 already. All right, so we got a different compressor. That one only did a minimum of 5, so this one is a trigger base, so you can do it as high as or low as you want. They're not supposed to be hard. They're supposed to be like semi-soft. Okay, they're good. Okay, so since we're here, I figured we'd do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison of the beach legs versus the standard legs. So let's take the old legs out. Make sure I don't mix up any of the pieces. Okay, so lengthwise, it's identical. There's no difference. I don't see any difference in length. But when it comes to the pieces on the bottom, they're about double the length. So, and it looks like these are slightly wider. It looks like the beach wheels are going to be slightly wider as well. So that's the main differences, but height-wise, no difference. So just keep that in mind. So that's how they look recessed up. Look pretty good. Can spin freely too, funny enough. All right, guys, so they're in. They're definitely heavy duty. We're gonna have to figure out if I want to use my paddle holders while using the beach wheels. I'm gonna have to figure something out there. But aside from that, okay, guys, so keep in mind, you know, these things are big. They're not gonna be like small things. I would probably recommend if you're looking to get the SideKick, I would just stick with the normal pneumatic wheels to start because they're going to fit more scenarios. But if you're looking for another option to handle more types of boat ramps, I would have these secondary. So using a combination of the regular pneumatic wheels and using the sand tires is going to be the best way you can maximize these, because if you're solely using the sand tires, it's going to be annoying for you for sure. I know that going into it, so I was expecting that, but definitely keep that in mind if you're looking at the sand tires. You know, they're not going to fit every situation. So you know, like I said, a lot of the boat ramps are going to are they're very sandy. So in situations like this, it'll do perfectly fine. But in other ones, I could see it being a potential problem. So that's why we're going to be using the pneumatic wheels as well. So we're going to be alternating between the two. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you want to see how I feel about these long term, definitely stay tuned for that coming soon. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.